us? This is how you know you're loved. I can't begin to tell you guys how blessed I truly feel having friends like TJ and Lizzie, and gosh, so many people at our church who have stepped up to help us out.
Hi, we're Bruce.
And Cheryl.
We moved from California to get away from the hustle
And bustle.
of a fast-paced lifestyle,
And a not-so-perfect political climate.
to enjoy a slower speed
Better values.
and a rich Christian atmosphere. Join us as we discover our new environment, rebuild our new-to-us home on 2.5 acres,
And enjoy the scenic southern landscape of central western Georgia.
He's going up the side over there. Taking a peek. He's mowing the strip up next to the driveway right now. Look how nice the yard looks.
Hey Cheryl,
Yeah,
why don't you go around the backside, but come here real quick.
it's still recording. I don't know how to stop it.
Well, that's why I'm going to give you a little tutorial. See those buttons in front of you? There's one on the bottom.
Yeah,
Right.
round. Taking care of all those nasty weeds that are there. It's hard to keep up, especially when your husband has an injury. But you know, we've got such awesome friends. They are able to come over and take up some of the slack that we can't do right now. My flowers are looking so pretty. My little whirligigs are going because it's a little breezy this morning. And this whole area looks so much better. My whirligigs are going like crazy because it's windy. There's our big burn. Well, we were gonna have it a burn pile, but we found out that we're not able to burn it because it's construction debris. So now we've got to figure out how we're gonna get rid of all of that. What a big mess. Yep, it is a big mess. He's going around the yuccas right now. Those things are deadly pokey. I don't even like working. He's weed eating around the mailbox right now.
Not a whole lot you can do with all that.
No, that's gotta be, we don't even know what we're gonna do with that yet. It's a mess. All in all, we have a beautiful property here. We've got beautiful trees, and today's a beautiful day. The sky is a little cloudy, but it's beautiful out, and we are blessed.
I already did.
Arrived at home.
So, all right, now I'm starting to get some control over what's going on here with these great new abilities with this selfie stick that I'm just learning, and I'm trying to provide better content to you, the viewer, and so there's this learning curve. I talk about it constantly, but that's the deal. So anyway, we wanted to give you a snapshot into our daily lives and try to make a better content, because you know, we watch some of these other videos and people are bringing you, these other video content providers are bringing you into their daily lives, and I've noticed that, you know, ours really isn't much about our daily lives. It's more about just the work that we're doing on the house, which has changed primarily because I injured myself, and that has changed things.
Oh, sweet baby girl. What do you want, Dora? What do you want from me? Huh? A treat? And why should I give you a treat? What have you done? Have you done something? Can you do a trick? Can you roll over? Can you roll over? Go on.
Oh my goodness. She is.
Lay down and roll over. Go on, roll over. Roll over. Roll over. Roll over. Good girl. Fine. So you want a treat, huh? All right, let's go get your treat. Come on. Let's go get it. Run. Let's go get it. Get the treat.
It would be nice if this camera would allow me the ability to flip from front screen to back screen while I'm recording a video, but apparently that's not supported with this particular, I don't know if it's the phone that I'm using, or the selfie stick just doesn't allow that. I don't know, but nevertheless, that's where we're at. So I'm going to take you on a walk.
Be careful what you're doing. No crunches.
I know. She's concerned, and I don't blame her for being concerned, because, you know, I don't know if I told you guys yet, because we just found out today is Monday. Let's see. You know, I lose track of time so fast. Let's see, we're June 3rd, 4th, what are we, 5th or 6th today? And I've been down for 3 weeks because I injured myself. I fell through the floor as I was actually retrieving the video equipment after taking video for the day, getting ready to put it away, and I was walking across the floor. And I'll show you guys where I was here real quick. Let me rotate this around. So it was right over there on the platform, just beyond the ductwork, is where I had the camera set up. I had retrieved the camera and I was walking back this way, and I made it about 5 or 6 steps, and I fell through the floor joists over there. And when I fell through the floor joist, my right leg got caught up between the 2 floor joists I was falling between. And so as I was falling in the hole, my right leg heel caught the bottom of one floor joist. My knee caught the top of the next floor joist. With my body falling forward, I hyperextended my knee to the point of tearing the meniscus tendon, the anterior, using medical terms, the inside part of my knee. It tore that ligament, and then I guess I also bruised and slightly tore the MCL, according to the surgeon. I also caused a fracture on the top of my tibia where it meets the bone joint, or the knee joint. And I did a lot of bone bruising and scraped my knees, my shins horribly. It was all bad. It was all bad. That was 3 weeks ago Friday, last Friday. Today's Monday. Friday was the 2nd, so 3rd, 4th. So today's the 5th. Now I got the date correct. So I went to the surgeon on Friday after 3 weeks of dealing with this injury and staying off of my leg, which is what my primary care physician told me. Just don't put any weight on your leg. Use these crutches. He sold me some crutches and hobble around until you get to your surgeon. And then I went to go see the surgeon on Friday, and he looked at the MRI that I had taken on the 15th, and basically looking at that, he said, based on the information on your MRI, you are most definitely going to need surgery on your leg. And I'm like, well, that's not what I wanted to hear. But he went ahead and said, all right, let me take an evaluation, because looking at your knee, you don't present like someone who needs surgery. So let me check some things out. So he started poking and prodding and pushing and bending and flexing my knee in different directions and asking me questions about pain and all that stuff. And by the time we got to the end of his poking and prodding, he said, I think that we can do a non-surgical approach. You show that you have more healing than I would have expected to see over this period of time. It's been 3 weeks, and they didn't do an MRI. They didn't do another bone scan, with an x-ray or an MRI for soft tissue. He's going based on what he could see, but also based on my ability to stand and bear weight on it. Because, like I said, I haven't been putting any weight on it, but he told me, I need you to do me a favor, stand up, and I want you to put some weight on your leg. So I put a little weight on. I was like, I'm not sure about this. And he goes, all right. He goes, take a couple of steps towards me. And I'm like, He said, if you want to use your crutches, you can. I just want to see what you can do. But after I did that, well, just now, I had all my weight on that leg, and I just scratched my left leg because it's something driving me crazy right now. Anyway, praise God. I mean, there's nobody else you can praise in this. The surgeon didn't do anything except evaluate it. The primary care physician did nothing but take an x-ray and suggest that I go get an MRI and suggest I go meet with a surgeon. They all had the same conclusion. Everybody had the same conclusion. You need surgery. Well, I'm here to tell you that may very well have been the case, and could very well have been the case with anybody else who does not believe in God the way I do. But I believe that God can do miraculous things. He's the ultimate surgeon. And the ultimate surgeon said, nah, he doesn't need surgery. He needs his money so he can finish his project. And I'll honor that because he honors me. And so he made a way for healing. And I say this to you as I'm walking around my house, going to the backyard, and all I have on my knee is that brace right there. Other than that, I'm walking around. Am I doing more than I should? I don't know. Going to physical therapy starting Monday. They're going to tell me how to work and manipulate my leg. Am I in any pain right now? Walking around doing this? Not really. A little discomfort because certain ways that I flex my knee, there's some pressure in the area of the torn meniscus. Well, actually, you know what's funny? He said, based on the MRI, from his point of view, that the meniscus tear looks like a previous injury. And that the MCL, the medial collateral ligament, is the one that he's seeing tearing and bruising. But he said, you've got a tremendous amount of healing and you're doing good. Well, my thing is this: God is good. God provides healing if we trust in him. He's not going to heal you if you don't have faith. And I have faith that he'll heal. I also have faith that he created our human bodies to have a unique ability to heal itself. That's just the way the creation was. When he created humans, he created us with an ability for self-healing. What I mean by self-healing is that your body has an innate ability to repair itself. You have cell structures that, I think medically we've figured out that the whole body regenerates itself on a cellular level, complete replacement of all cells that I think, don't quote me here, I think it's something like every 15 days or something like that, you have replaced every cell in your body. I don't know, it's something like that. You'll have to ask a medical expert or scientists about this stuff. I'm not a scientist or a medical expert. I just know that the body has the ability to heal itself. Because when you cut yourself, does the doctor do anything special? Or do you just put a Band-Aid and some like Neosporin, some type of ointment to protect it from infection and so forth? So who does the healing? Well, your body does. It's part of the creation of your body that God has given you. So God is good. God has caused me to have healing faster than the surgeons would have ever anticipated. So just giving you guys an update. It's as much for me as it is for you, because things like this grow my faith. And I'm sharing it with you because I'm hoping that with what I've experienced, maybe that will help you grow your faith. Because the more faith that you have in your ability, the more ability that you have, the more you're able to overcome things. And I would prefer that everybody in this life have the ability to overcome, because this world comes against us in so many different ways, constantly bombarded with issues and problems and insecurities. And if we're mindful of God and who he is and what he has provided for us, and that can be whatever God you believe in, you can take it for what it's worth. The thing is, I believe that there is only one God. There's only the Creator God. Everybody wants to believe that their God is that Creator God. I'm not going to argue that. It's not for me to decide. I choose to believe in the Creator God that has made himself known through his Holy Scriptures. And those Holy Scriptures that I'm referring to are the Bible, Old Testament and New Testament. And he revealed himself in the Old Testament in various ways. And he's revealed himself in the New Testament through his Son, Jesus Christ. And that's who I choose to believe in. But you're welcome to believe in anything that you want to believe in, because that's the free will that God gave you. And far be it from me to tell you how to use your free will. In fact, God so much has done this. He says, far be it from me to tell you how to use your free will. You use it however you want to use it. That's why I gave it to you. It's free. Your will. Use it in whatever free way that you want to use it. But he says in his word that if you honor me with your will, you align your will with my will, then I will provide a way for you. I will make your paths straight in life. Not that I will take away any inconvenience or any struggles. Struggles will continue to happen. Why? Because that is how we gain our strength. Unless we get stretched, unless we get pushed beyond our limits, how are we going to know to overcome those? how are you going to know to go beyond what you know unless you're pushed beyond what you know? And it's from that being pushed and stretched that we gain more knowledge of our abilities and can stretch further. And that's what God is doing with us. He's stretching us. He's allowing us to face trials and tribulations to see how we'll respond, to allow us to be able to grow from them, and then figure out how to bend our will to His will. Well, that's my choice. And I choose to bend my will towards His will. And I put my trust and faith in God, the creator of the universe. And however that looks for you, that's between you and Him. And my job, from what I've gleaned from all of the readings and all of the research that I've done in my 59 years of existence, I have chosen to believe that there is one mighty, all-powerful, all-knowing God who has a will for us, but gave us free will to choose on our own. And how we choose to use that will determines where we're at in our lives. I'm where I'm at in my life because I choose to follow and believe in Him, and I honor Him. I honor Him with the best of my ability on a daily basis. In the morning, first thing, I put my time and effort into knowing Him, becoming one in unity with Him in my mind, so that God and I can communicate with one another through His Word. And I read His Word and I study His Word, and these are the conclusions that I keep coming to. There is but one Creator, and we seek Him as individuals uniquely our own way. He loves you so much that He took Himself out of the glory of heaven and submitted Himself to being human as a man in the person of Jesus Christ. As a suffering servant, He didn't do anything for Himself. He did everything for us, to the end of giving His life on the cross for our sin and our salvation. Because our sin is so great, and the wages of those sins that we've done are death. Death is the only righteous punishment for sin. When you understand and get a grip of what sin truly is, I think then you'll understand what I mean when I say that. The only way to atone for sin is death. So He did that for us. He gave His life. He submitted to death on a cross, took our place to pay our sin so that we might have right relationship with Him and have direct access to Him. And when I fully realized that and made it a part of who I am, then my whole life changed in my direction. Did I still make mistakes? Do I still make mistakes? God, yes. Daily. But I'm blessed by a gracious God who loves me enough to provide for me healing, to provide for me a way out of a disastrous situation, which would have meant, well, let me turn around here, folks. You see all that? It's a big, empty, open shell. It can and will be a home one day, and there's a lot of work to get there, and it's going to take some money. I was graced with abilities to do things, but I don't want to use the word grace. I was not given a heart that would take advantage of others by charging more than is due. So I've always been fair to people, and I always charged only what I needed to charge people for the work that I did for them. So needless to say, I don't have a huge bank account because I didn't take advantage of people. I didn't take their money and store it in a bank account so that one day I can do things in this world. So we're in a very small part of it. We're in the beginning of it. It goes on forever, and how you spend that eternity is entirely up to you. Again, free will. You choose how you're going to live it and how you will spend the remainder of it. The remainder of it, though, in the scheme of it, that's a lot. What we have right now is tiny, and eternity goes on forever. So really, you should be mindful of the rest of it because that little bit in the beginning, this part right here, right now, where we're at, it's insignificant in the sense that the only bearing it has on your eternity is how you utilize this time in your life. What you do with this time in your life makes a difference. For me, I choose to bless others with the abilities and skills that God gave me. So I didn't make a lot of money, and I only have a limited amount. My wife is now retired, so she has a retirement income. When we moved here, the plan was for me to get a contractor's license here in Georgia and continue serving others by utilizing those skills and charging them what it is fair and honest for the work that I provide for them, but not to gain so much money that I can do whatever I want and command a presence in this life. This life is about a presence of Him. And so, short story long, that's where I'm at. I only have a limited amount of money, and if I had to spend it on surgery, let's just say that this project right here wouldn't get done. I only have so much money, and I have to go back to work in order to gain more money to finish the project. So yes, with surgery, I would gain that ability to go back to work and earn more money to finish this project. That's the long way around. What's the short way around? Well, I told you already. I honor Him daily, and in return, He provides for my needs. What was one of my needs? I needed recovery from this injury without breaking the bank. How did He provide? Well, let me just end the video with this. Been 3 weeks since I nearly broke my femur, did tremendous damage to the inside of my knee, and couldn't even walk for 3 weeks. And now I'm walking into the trailer. And I'm going to spend the rest of the day with my wife, my lovely, beautiful, caring wife. And I'm going to go about my day, and I'm going to spend time honoring God, and I'm going to spend time honoring her. And I'm going to sign off by telling you that I love you, every one of you, that you are the focus of my life, that helping you find the peace and joy, understanding, and the love that I have today because of God, that's my mission in life. Because He loves me, I love you. God bless you. Have a great day.